Good morning, dear students. Once again, hearty welcome to our English literature class. This is Joseph once again here, and today I'm going to take class for the students of class 12. And dear students, we are going to learn the drama, The Tempest, as I have told you, written by William Shakespeare. You are very much familiar with our Shakespeare because we began to learn from our class 9. You remember those things. And last year in our class 11, we have been learning about the Tempest drama, and we had completed until Act 3, Scene 2. Remember? Okay. Now today we are going to continue from there, Act 3, Scene 3. And this particular scene is taking place in another part of Ireland. And the characters present here are Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, Gonzalo, Adrian, Francisco, and some others. And of course, you are going to see in this scene some invisible characters. They are Prospero and Ariel. Clear? So please remember about this one. And in Act 3, Scene 3, this is the textbook you have got, Act 3, Scene 3. Let me tell you what we are going to learn today. Alonso and his company tried out with tired out with searching for Ferdinand, hear a solemn music, and see several strange shapes bearing in a banquet. You know what is a banquet? It's a dinner or luncheon that is prepared for the guests. Before they can touch the food, the banquet vanishes. Imagine a condition. You are extremely hungry. You want to eat like a horse, and everything is set before you, but unfortunately, all the food that is kept there just vanishes or disappears. What would be your condition? Same is the condition with all our characters here: Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, Gonzalo, Adrian, Francisco, and others. Now, please tell me, who is this Alonso? King of Naples. And why he is so much worried? Because of the loss of his son. Who is that? Ferdinand. Yes. Sebastian. Who is Sebastian? Brother of Alonso. Then Antonio. Who is Antonio? Brother of Prospero. Then Gonzalo, the old counselor. Adrian and Francisco, they are lords and attendants to king and other people. All right. So here, all these people are really tired of searching the supposed lost Ferdinand. Now, extremely tired and weak. So, what they try, they want to eat something, and almost the meal, the supper is, the food is right in front of them, but the moment they are about to enjoy, it vanishes. Then, uh, this happens because of the promptings of Prospero the magician, and the work is done by the invisible character Ariel. Please remember. And Ariel confronts the three men of sin. Three men of sin, that is our Antonio, Alonso, and Sebastian. Then Alonso rushes away, distracted, followed by Antonio and Sebastian. All three are under Prospero's spell. Spell. What is the meaning of spell? It's a magical thing that is tied. Of course, in Hindi you have heard about the tabi. Some people they tie a tabi on their arm. Why it is a thing to keep away the evil powers. Yes. So another part of island enter Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, Gonzalo, Adrian, Francisco, and others. Gonzalo begins the dialogue of this scene. Alonso, by your lacking, I can go no further, sir. My old bones ache. Here is a maze road indeed through forthright and mended. By your patience, I need must rest me. Samsara is saying, dear friend, directly, no, very plain way, he is saying that, sir, I am extremely tired. I don't have the strength to walk further. Thus, I need to take some rest. I swear by Virgin Mary that I can go no further. By, excuse me, laking means it is referring to by our little lady, referring to Blessed Virgin Mary. Who is Blessed Virgin Mary? Mother of Jesus. Yes. Yes. By calling upon the name of Virgin Mary, our Gonzalo is saying that, dear friends, I am too tired. I have no more stamina to go further. My old bones are aching. Gonzalo, being an old man, is saying that his bones are aching. We have walked through a maze. We have walked through a maze. What is a maze? Maze is a confusing path or a round, windy, zigzag path. Sometimes in straight path, sometimes we go straight, and sometimes in circles. We go around, circles around. With your permission, I will take some rest. Yes, with your permission, I will take some rest. Who is saying to whom? Gonzalo is saying to Alonso. Why? Because he is the king. Alonso, old Lord, I cannot blame thee, whom I myself attached with weariness to the dulling of my spirit. Sit down and rest. Now, Alonso, the king, gives the permission immediately because he himself is extremely tired of walking in search of his lost son Ferdinand. He says, "Son, all the Lord, I cannot blame thee. I'm not going to blame. You take rest. Whom I myself attach the weariness. See, I myself suffer from this type of tiredness, so I'm not able to stop you from taking rest. To the dulling of my spirit, sit down and rest. As my faculties are not working properly, my senses are not working properly, I am physically and mentally tired. So, please do sit and take rest. Even here, I will put off my coat. Here, I'm going to put off. Stop thinking about my son Ferdinand and keep it no longer for my flatterer. I will no longer allow now I will give up the hope of finding my son Ferdinand, and I will no longer allow the hope to flatter me, flattering the friends and flattering my son to find whom we are wondering about. Why Alonso and his company they are wandering? They are wandering in search of the lost son Ferdinand. He is likely drowned in the sea. Now finally Alonso believes that his son Ferdinand is drowned in the sea. The sea which holds him seems to laugh at us. Alonso thinks that Ferdinand is drowned, and now Ferdinand is in the company, in the custody of the sea. And Alonso feels that the sea is mocking at him, who is holding our Ferdinand. Yes. As for looking at for him on land, let us give him up as lost. Let us consider him as a lost person. So, Alonso feels that it is better to stop thinking and searching about Ferdinand. Yes. Antonio. Who is Antonio? Brother of Prospero, who expelled Prospero from Jerusalem of Milan. Yes. Antonio. Yes, it's Sebastian. He is talking to Sebastian. He is the one who is trying to brainwash Sebastian. For what purpose? He's saying that his intention is to somehow get rid of Alonso and make Sebastian as the king of Naples. All right. So I am right glad that he is so out of hope. I am very happy. I am glad that Alonso has lost hope of finding his son. I am happy that now Alonso is going to stop thinking about Ferdinand. Do not for one repulse forego the purpose that your souls respect. Do not give up our plan. Do not give up the plan. What was the plan? He's talking privately, silently, in a timid voice to Sebastian. What is he saying there? Do not give up our plan of murdering or killing Alonso and to become the king of Naples. Do not hesitate to go ahead just because you have failed once. Yes, he's telling Antonio is telling you, Sebastian, that as you have failed now in the first attempt to murder Alonso, don't just stop there. Yes, do not hesitate. Yes, do not for one repulse. Repulse means the defeat. Forgo the purpose. Give away the purpose of murdering Sebastian. Why? Once you murder him, you can become the king of Naples. Yes. Sebastian, aside to Antonio. Yes. Talking privately again. The next advantage will be taken thoroughly. Definitely, the next chance we will make use of, and we will finish him, finish Alonso forever. We will kill. Yes, the next opportunity we will utilize thoroughly. That means the next opportunity somehow we will kill, murder our whom? Alonso. Who is saying? Sebastian. Who is Sebastian to Alonso? Own brother, isn't it? Yes. Antonio. Yes, right to Sebastian. Let it be tonight. Let it be. Let us murder. Let us kill. Whom? Alonso this night. Tonight. Yes. For now they are oppressed with travel. They are tired now because we will utilize the opportunity tonight itself because today, as they were wandering, walking, they are really tired. They will not nor cannot use such vigilance. Alertness. Vigilance means alertness as when they are fresh. Today, as they are extremely tired, we will use the opportunity today because we can destroy him, kill him today. Because they are very, king and other friends are tired of wandering in the search of Ferdinand. So today, tonight, we will make use of the opportunity. They won't be vigilant as when they are fresh. Sebastian said to Antonio, I say tonight, no more. I say tonight, yes, today evening or tonight itself, we will execute the plan and no more talk. Keep quiet. No more talking about this one. I say tonight, no more solemn and strange music. At this moment, what they hear, solemn and strange music. Beautiful music they hear from different parts of the island. Alonso, what harmony is this? My good friends, harp means listen. Oh, my friends, what a beautiful music sound is coming. Please listen. What harmony is this? My good friends, harp. Harp means listen. Gonzalo, marvelous. Sweet music. Gonzalo, even the old man, is able to thoroughly enjoy the beauty of music. He says that. Oh, what a wonderful music. What a fine music. Here, what happens? and prospero above invisible. That is what I told you here. We have got two invisible characters, Prospero, Ariel, and other spirits who brought banquets for them. All right. So invisible characters. See, here enters Prospero above invisible, enters several strange shapes, bringing in a banquet. They dance about it with gentle actions and salutations, and inviting the king and others to eat, they depart. What they are with the strange actions and gestures, these invisible spirits, they invite king, Alonso, the king and others to eat the dinner which they have brought. Now, Alonso, give us kind keepers heaven. O God, send us good angels to protect us. What were these? Now seeing this sight of various spirits bringing banquet, he was astonished. Who was astonished? Alonso. And of course all others are also astonished. But Alonso the king is all the more astonished, saying that, give us timekeepers, heaven, of angels, of God, send us good angels to guard us, to protect us from the misery of this life. What were these? He surprised. Sebastian, a living drollery. A living drollery. What is a drollery? A puppet show. A drollery here used to mean a puppet show. Yes. A living drollery. Now I will believe that there are unicorns. Unicorns that in Arabia there is one tree, the phoenix throne, one phoenix at this our reigning there. He's saying that now seeing this spirit, our Sebastian is also astonished and says that it is like a lively puppet show. What is puppet show? Putli Naach, Katputli Naach. Yes, you are very much familiar with that one, even for our inter-school competition in Gorakhpur. We went there with this puppet show, puppet show, drama. It, isn't it? You remember that? Yes. Telling about the conservation of water. Okay, coming back to the class. I will believe that there are unicorns. What is unicorn? It's an imagined animal having a horse body and having a straight horn, like this one, like almost the unicorn animal, just one head, a whole body. I don't know how to draw the body, but having a single horn. All right. All right. You can imagine I am a very poor drawer. All right. So, okay, to you understand, I will explain. See, then that here are unicorns that in Arabia there is one tree, the phoenix throne, one phoenix at this our reigning there, one unicorn. See, it is a puppet show with living persons. Now I will believe that there are unicorns. I also believe now that in Arabia, on one tree there lives a bird known as phoenix. The tree is a throne for the bird who reigns there like a monarch. Now again, look at the reference number 26 that is given in your textbook. A non-extinct animal believed to have a horse body and a single straight horn on its head. Then the phoenix throne, the nest of a phoenix high on a tree. Phoenix, a non-extinct bird, according to a myth. There is only one bird of this kind at any one time. It lives for 500 or 600 years in the Arabian desert and then burns itself to death. From its ashes rises another bird of the same kind and the same process is then repeated. Of course, this thing about the bird by the phonics you have learned in your class 9 and 10th class also in the drama Merchant of Venice. Yes, you have learned that one also. So Sebastian, after seeing this wonderful sight of spirit, he also starts believing that yes, so far he was not believing. Now I too will believe. There will be unicorns and phoenix. Antonio, I will believe both. Yes, I will believe there were unicorns and phoenix birds. And what does else want credit? And whatever other things are there, I will believe those things also. Come to me and I will be shown it true. Whatever other all the ancient stories, mythological stories are there, you tell me, I will just believe all those things you can tell me. Yes, it's true. And travelers never did lie. Travelers, ancient travelers, especially caravan type people, those who move from place to place, though fools at home condemn them. Though fools don't believe, people, those who sit at home, they may not believe this type of story. But Antonio is saying that, yes, I will believe all such type of things. I believe in the existence of both unicorns and phoenix birds. And if there is any other story that is not believed, let it be narrated to me and I will swear that it is true. The stories of travelers are always true, no matter how the foolish people who have never traveled disbelieve them. He says that I will believe both, and what does else want credit? Come to me, tell me, and I will be sure it's true, because travelers never did lie. Though fools at home condemn them. Though people sitting at home, they may not believe, but the stories that are told by the travelers, they are true. Antonio is saying. Here, Antonio is also shocked, surprised, or astonished to see the spirit, the music, the banquet, all those things. Now, let us see what our Gonzalo is saying, the old man is saying. Gonzalo, the best friend of Prospero, and of course in the misery of Prospero, who helped Gonzalo, helped whom Prospero. Yes, that man. If in Naples I should report this now, would they believe me? People in Naples would believe me if I narrate our experience to them. Would believe me if I narrate our experience. He's asking if I tell the story of what we have seen, if I narrate, will they believe? They may not believe. If I should say I saw such islanders for certain means, that is certainly, definitely, these are people of the island who, though they are of monstrous shape, yet not. The people of monstrous, huge in size, but they are something different. They say they have got some good qualities, beautiful qualities. I saw such islanders for certainly, definitely. These are people of the island who, though they are of monster shape, yet not, pay attention, their manners are more gentle, kind than of our human generation. Though these monsters are having huge figure, physically they are huge in size, big in size, but their character is much more better than the character of human generation, human people. Our human generation, you shall find many, nay, almost any. You may not find any people who would be believing your story of this narration, what you have seen and experienced. But at the same time, there are. Yes. If I say that I saw the natives of this island and the natives here have monster shapes, huge shapes, and if I were to add that the manners of the natives are civil, educated, and more gentle than those of many people of our race, such statements would not be believed in Naples. Even if I say what our Gonzalo is saying, let us summarize once again what our Gonzalo is saying, the Goldman. Gonzalo is saying that, see, even if I'm going to explain the story which I have experienced here in this island, people there, they may not believe. Even if I say I saw huge people, the islanders, like monsters, they were having good quality, maybe better quality than the human. People may not believe. Can you imagine a monster? From a monster, can you expect some good things to come? No. People may not. But you see, islanders are enormous monsters, having the monster shape, but at the same time, having some better qualities than civilized people. Prospero. Now Prospero is listening to all these things. Under whose prompting, spell, all these things are happening. Definitely, dear friend, Prospero. Prospero's magical spell. Honest Lord, thou hast said well. Who is this honest Lord? Prospero is calling Gonzalo, because Gonzalo, the old counselor and the person who helped our Prospero to save his life. Yes, honest Lord, thou hast said well. Yes, you have said rightly. Humans don't have better qualities, good qualities as some of the monsters are having. For civilized people, they don't have any good qualities as some of the monsters are having. So he here Prospero appreciates our Gonzalo for making such a beautiful statement. For some of you, their present are worse than devils, because some of you present here are worse than devils, very bad people. They are almost like devils or worse than devils. Who are the people present here? Alonso, Antonio, Sebastian. The three important people who tried to kill our Prospero. Yes. So he is saying that, honest Lord Gonzalo, you have spoken well, because some persons present here are worse than devils, referring especially hinting to Alonso, Antonio, Sebastian, and those type of people. Alonso, I cannot too much such shapes, such gestures, and such sound expressing, although they want the use of tongue, a kind of excellent dumb discourse. I cannot wonder too much at such shapes and such gestures. Now, Alonso is again in that wonder or in the shock of having seen the shapes, figures of spirits with all those things. So I cannot too much must. Must means to wonder at such shapes. I cannot too much wonder about such shapes and gestures, and such sound and expression. Although they want the use of tongue, although they want to say something through their tongue, a kind of excellent dumb discourse, without speaking anything, through their gestures, they were giving discourse, lectures, talk, yes, dumb discourse, conveying their meaning by means of a dumb show and without speaking, without speaking. For example, some just show, dumb show, let me see. I'm going to show one symbol here. What is this? Please note. What is that? Oh, you did not get. Once again, observe my fingers very carefully, how what I am going to show. It's a dumb show. Example. Yes, you got it. Yes, a heart with an arrow. Of course, some of you have given love letters, some of you have received love letters, and this is the symbolic love expression. Yes, isn't it? Yes, this type of thing. Yes, yes, dumb show. I was going through the gesture, same thing. Although they want the use of tongue a kind of excellent dumb discourse. I cannot wonder too much at such shapes, such gestures, such sounds, and such expressions. Although they lack the ability to speak, who the spirit, they did not communicate anything orally, but through the gestures they were showing. They convey their meaning through gestures. Prosperous. Praise the departing aside. Be careful how you praise. Be careful, yes. And so, you know, who supported our Antonius to dispel Prospero from Milan. Yes. Francisco. They vanished straightly. Those shapes disappeared in a mysterious way. Now Francisco, he is not able to understand what happened there. He also saw the sight and he could not even grasp how those shapes disappeared. Sebastian. No matter since they have left their viands behind, for we have stomach. Don't worry, as they have disappeared, no problem. Anyway, they have left the food here and they have left. As we are very much hungry, no problem, they have left the food for us, so let them go. Doesn't matter since they have left the food behind and we are all hungry. Will it please you to taste what is here? Who is asking? Sebastian, brother of Alonso is asking, would you like to eat something? Yes, Thomas. Will it please you taste of what's here? Would you like to eat something? What is given here, the dinner? Alonso, not I. No, I will not taste. No, I will not eat. Gonzalo, faith, sir, you need not fear. Believe, sir, truly, sir, you don't have to fear about this dinner, how it came or who brought. Nothing to worry. It's good food, so please don't fear. Yes, faith, sir, you need not fear. When we were boys, who would believe that there were mountaineers, dew-lapped like bulls whose throats had hanging at them, then wallets of flesh, or that there were such men whose heads stood on their breasts, which now we find each putter out of 5 for one will bring us good warrant you. Yes, he's saying that truly, sir, you should not fear. You have no fear, please. When we were young boys, nobody believed that there were are strange mountain people. We never believed. They were said to have huge masses of flesh hanging on their throats. These mountain people, they are having huge masses of flesh hanging on their throats, which look like bags to carry tools. Their flesh, it was looking like bags or carrying bags to put the tools. These masses of flesh looked like big humps on the bulls hanging on their necks. You may have seen or the bulls, they have got a hump on their back, isn't it? Yes. These masses of flesh looked like big humps on bulls hanging at their neck. Nobody believed then that there were men who had heads in their chest, as their body was so bulgy, so baggy, so big, so huge. They never realized these people are having heads. You can imagine the size of some of our Japanese sumo fighters, how they look. At one glance, we may not realize that these people, sumo fighters, they have, or sumo wrestlers, they have got any head. Yes, stories with proof given by every traveler who has traveled abroad after taking loans with an interest. Once again, dear students, I'm going to just summarize what you have learned in this one. Then I will wind up the class for the day. Gonzalo is saying to our Alonso, please don't be frightened. Don't be fearful. Please come and take the food. Face sir, you need not fear. When we were boys, who would believe that there were mountaineers due lapped like bulls, walking like bulls, whose throats had hanging at them, at their throats, a big, huge, bulgy body or flesh, hanging at them, wallets of flesh. Their bodies were looking like wallets of flesh, or that there were such men whose heads stood in their breast. See, well, you may have seen some people whose head is almost, they don't have the neck, isn't it? Because of the fat in the body, which now we find each footer out of five, for one will bring us good warrant of. Now, here he is saying that, and don't with Alonso's dialogue, I will stand and to feed. Yes, I will stand and feed, although my last no matter. Though it is going to be my last food, I will have it. I will stand to and feed, although my last no matter, since I feel the best is past. Brother, my lord, the Duke, stand to and do as we have. I will get ready and eat, even although this would be my last meal, because since I feel the best part of my life is over. Brother, my lord, the Duke, you all also follow my example and start eating. Now, what is going to happen? Thunder and lightning enter Ariel like a harpy claps his wings upon the table, and with a quaint device the banquet vanishes. See, again, as they were about to, Alonso and all other friends, they were about to, uh, they were about, they were about to eat their dinner, then suddenly it disappeared. What would be the condition? You are about to eat your food, suddenly the food is disappearing from your side or from your plate. Say, very qualified. Yes. Yes, students, let me recap. Like today we are going to wind up the class for the day. What we have learned? We have learned our Act 3, Scene 3 today, and the important characters we have learned, and Alonso, Gonzalo, Sebastian, Antonio, Ergin, and Ferdinand. All these people we saw, and this team took place and the part of island, maybe near the cell of our Prospero. Please do read one time and try to understand the lesson. Again, my advice always, as I tell you, stay at home and learn at home. This is what you have to do. Please once again read the test. I have the textbook with you, so there is no problem in understanding it. Any clarification or any other queries, please give a call to me. You have my number. You somehow let us uh, stay stay connected, at least for the purpose of the study. All right. Take care. God bless you, and we will be having the continuation of this class within 1 or 2 days, probably Monday. All right. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you.